Hey everybody, Temple Crazed here. This is just a random video. It's not going to go into... I'm going to do a play... I'm thinking about doing a playlist that's just random videos about coins, currency, whatever. Just when I feel like rambling, basically. And if you want to watch, you can watch. If not, hey, I'm okay with that too. Anyway, so right here in front of me, I'll put it in front of you for a sec. This is a plastic roll of pennies, completely filled. These are all wheat pennies. And I thought maybe I'd go through them one at a time with you. I don't know what's all in here. Thought I'd go through them though one at a time with y'all. We can talk about them. I can give you my personal opinion about what I think it is, what it should be worth, things like that. Now, of course, these are my personal opinion. If you go to a coin shop and say, "Hey, Temple Crazed told me it should be worth this much money," they're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna pay what they're gonna pay. In fact, I took in... You're going to love this. 1940 MS64 Walking Liberty dollar or half dollar, graded by NGC. Retail price, you're talking a couple $100. I took it to the local coin shop and asked them. They looked it up and they told me, "Oh, we can only give you about 85 to 90 bucks for it." I was like, yeah, no. I just wanted to see what they'd say. Anyway, let's start it off here. Let's see. 57 Denver, very common. 57s, 58s, most of the 50s are pretty common. But common doesn't mean cheap still. Because, look at, you can still, you want to look at these grains coming up here, and when you can see the individual grains, when you can see those individual grains, that's what you're looking for. And this, of course, would be considered a brown coin. You also want to look for like the ear. These are all high points I'm telling you about, like that ear right there, the cheekbone, the jawline, the hair. These all determine what kind of shape the coin is in. And I'll show you some bad ones probably here. I'm sure I got a few bad ones laying around. Like here, I'll show you this one. This is a 1909 VDB, Philadelphia. You can see like the jawline, the ear, the cheek are all kind of wore down, mushy, the hair. Even the suit's not looking the greatest. The back doesn't look too bad. Like I say, this is a VDB. The designer's name, or initials I should say. And even though this is in bad shape, this is still like a $20 penny. Let's see what we got over here. Another 1909. Now this is not the VDB. This is just a 1909 Philly. In this shape, a couple bucks. Just a couple bucks, that's it. That VDB makes the big difference. Here's another 1909. I must have a pile of them in front of me. In brown condition. Wore pretty bad actually on that face. Not a VDB. The stocks are worn. It's probably a buck. It's probably a buck. Let's see, what do we got next here? What's this? 57D, that's the one we just looked at. Or maybe a different one, I don't know. I just got this bottle, I'm just kind of dumping them out here and pulling a couple out at a time or whatever. What do we got here? Here's a 41. Okay, here we go. Is that chatter, or is that... it might just be chatter. Yeah. I was hoping it was going to be an improper alloy mix. But, yeah, that one's not bad. Again, probably a buck, maybe $2. They're 40s and 50s, even into the 30s. They're not real expensive coins. Now, if somebody needs it, obviously they're going to want it, and they're going to pay for it, right? Here we go. Here's a little older. 1920 San Francisco. And, San Francisco Mint doesn't mint as much as everybody else, so their stuff's usually a little bit more money than everybody else's. See how wore that sucker is, though? But it is a 1920, so you're getting back in those era that they didn't have quite as many. You'd probably still bring a couple bucks. Probably bring a couple bucks at least. Let's see what else we got in this little jar, little bottle here. Here we go. A 1929 S, I think. Nope, S, yep. 1929 S. Okay, here we go. You think this is damage, right? PMD, post-mint damage? That is not post-mint damage. That is a lamination. You can usually tell a lamination. When you see one, you'll know it, because the letters and stuff are still there. It's just that the laminate has pulled away because of an improper mix of the alloy. Lamination errors do carry a premium. There's a 41 in pretty crappy condition. Probably a cull. Cull would be something that you just don't want, and you sell it on to somebody that is willing to throw it maybe into a book that they need it for or something. Or maybe they just collect wheat pennies. You never know. There's a 41. Much nicer. Actually, that one's really nice. It's brown, but those wheat stalks are very sharp. They're all mushed together. The face looks good. The fields are nice and clean. There's a little nick back here on Lincoln's shoulder. But besides that, that's a really nice 41. That's a really nice one there. Still only worth maybe a few bucks, but you got to remember, these are pennies. Anytime you can take a penny and turn it into $3, you're doing pretty good. Now here we have a 57D. A 57D, I would consider this probably, it's going to be, I don't think we're going to say red. I don't think it's going to be quite red. I would say red-brown if it went in for grading. Now there's some cool toning down here. You can see that right there, like purple and blues and stuff. That's going to add value. That always adds value. But then also that adds value to this one. If you see over here, between B and E, there's a little die chip, which that means this is considered the BIE error. So between the die chip, the shape this coin is in, and the toning that's going on the back side of this, I would say this coin should get about $6. Probably $6 for that one. We're talking a penny for $6. This is why I love numismatics. Here's a 57D in okay shape. I don't know. You know, it's probably only worth about a quarter. It's probably only worth about a quarter. Now, where I sell, I can't sell for a quarter unless I could put 4 of them together and sell it for $1, and then you'd get it for a quarter. But everything where I sell on Whatnot is all starts at $1. There's a 51D Denver. Not in bad shape. Definitely not been cleaned. That's what we want to see. Not cleaned. Okay, here we go. This is a 40. Can you see these like little streaks or whatever going through it? Through the coin right here, streaks? That again is an improper alloy mixture. And you can get ones that are really, really intense like that, and they call those woodies, and they bring a premium all by themselves. Especially if it happened with one like back in the 20s or even teens. This is all I'm doing. If you don't want to see it, if you don't want to watch, you can stop at any time. I'm just going to go through this stack of pennies right here and just talk about each one of them a little bit. There we go, 1927. It's not in bad shape. We got the ear still, we can see. Can just barely make out that jaw and cheekbone. There's still some hair. The suit looks good. The stocks look amazing. You gotta remember, this coin's almost 100 years old. My whole thing is, I always think, who's held this coin in that amount of time? I mean, it's almost 100 years old. Who's had this in their hand and used it to pay for something? What did they pay for? What did they buy? Those are questions I love to think about or ask myself. Let's see, what do we got here? There's a 26, so we're a little bit older. This one's a little bit mushier. I call it mushy when it's looking like, well, when the details just aren't as clean. You see these wheat stalks, how they're kind of smushed down. They're not nice and clean and sharp. Looks like we might have a lamination tear right there. But that's not a great coin. I still won't throw it away. I'll sell them. 1919S. I love the finish on this thing. It's just this blackening, and then you see this like bronzish coming through. You get a lot that look like this. People love the 1919 San Francisco, and I don't really know why. There was a lot of these made. I mean, we're talking like 100 million or something. But people love it. I don't know if it's something with that 1919 or what, but these things sell like hotcakes. Don't mind my fingers, my thumb here. It's dry around here. This one's got some Geber stuff up here over Unum. But let's see what else we got here. There we go, a 25 Denver. A 25 Denver. See how now you're looking at this face and it's getting just flatter and flatter because these are all those high spots I've been talking about. Even the back is not looking great. $31. Now 31 is actually a common one. A 31 Denver and a 31 San Francisco are not common. One of them's 4 million produced and the other one's 1 million. And I can't remember which is which. I think San Francisco's the 1 million. I don't know, keeping all these numbers or these items in my head. Okay, well, that can just go there, I guess. Keeping all this info in my head, sometimes it kind of spills out. And this is an impromptu one here, so if I would have known I was going to do this, I would have looked up a bunch more stuff first. Okay, here's a 24. Again, it's a common one, but the mint marked ones, Denver and San Francisco, are worth a bit more. I have a lot of wheat pennies. All right, we're getting a teen now. A 15 Denver. In not bad shape either. I just sold a 15 Denver in about this shape, actually, for $8. Because when you get back this, you know, it's over 100 years old. When you get back to this, a lot of these details are gone. This one's pretty nice. I'll probably put that up on my next show. On Wednesdays on Whatnot, I do Wheat Penny Wednesday. And it's not just wheat pennies. We also do some silver and stuff, but most of it's going to be wheat pennies. I do have some newer cents, penny cents that are, and I'll show some of them probably here in a little bit, that are really nice. All right, what do we got here? 25 San Francisco. Now, okay, well, let's look at this one. You see how the suit is like smooth? Let me get a pointer instead of my finger. The suit is like smoothed over here. The face, there's not much detail left. You got a little hole where the ear is. but you're losing all that good detail of everything here. So we're starting to get down to, you know, like probably a G4-ish condition, which would be like good 4, and the grading scale goes down to, you know, 1. 1 would be just almost completely obliterated, except for maybe the date. So, but that one's, you know, not worth very much. Let's see what we got here. 26. I'm not going to really talk about all of these. Okay, here we go. 17S. 17S. Another one of them good dates. It's not a key date or anything, but it's one that people seem to have trouble finding. And this one's in rotten shape, really. I mean, there's almost nothing left. But I'd still sell this for a couple bucks for somebody to put in their book until they could find a better one. There's a 27. Now, like I was just saying, on that 25, we couldn't see, like, look at these details right here is what we're talking about on the suit. Let's see. These details right here, you can see the lapel and everything right here. These details just disappear pretty quick. So that's what we're looking for there. And then on the backs, you see these stocks, how they just look blah. Like there's not much to them. We want them to look, you know, a lot sharper. Here's a 42. Those stocks even they're a little bit sharper. You can see those edges just a little bit sharper. We want them to look just sharp and crisp. But when you go back older and older like this, there's another error in the alloy mix. It's hard to get coins that look sharp and crystal clear and like that. And when you do, that's where the money is. That's where you're going to find your money. The other thing is that, like I said, I said before in one of my other videos, a lot of coin shops don't recognize errors. Lamination errors, double diet errors, double date errors. The big ones they will, like 1955 DDO, 1969 San Francisco DDO, double die avers, some acronyms, DDO, double die avers, DDR, double die reverse, RPM, repunch mint mark, RDM, or where is it, RDM? No. Double date, repunch date, I don't know, there's a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them out there. Let's see, what do we got here? Another 1919S, a little worse shape. I'd probably just throw it in a lot with a couple other ones, sell it for $1. We'll just throw that anywhere. Who knew I could make an 18-minute video so far on just pennies, right? 38. I'm just going to set that anywhere over there. Just get it on them. There we go. There's just some crisp wheat grains. You can see that. What year is this one, though? There we go, a 1919S. That one's in a little better shape. So I'd run this one by itself. Hope to get about $2-3 for it. '56 Denver, like I said, the 50s are pretty common. In fact, I'll show you some really nice 50s in a second here. 39 San Francisco. That's got some, like up here on the forehead, that's not an error, that's actually post-mint damage, PMD. It's got a little ding in the head. But otherwise it's not bad. Good filler. 20 Denver. Yeah, just a filler coin pretty much. Oh, there was a 1909. Didn't even know it was in that jar. Where'd it go? 1909 Philly. And I can't hold on to it. Oh, it's a VDB. Nice. It's actually in really nice shape. Wow. See, I didn't even know I had that. That's probably a $15 coin. Here's a 36. Wow, look at that. Look at the face. Look at the ear. You can really see that ear detail. Look at that reverse. That's sharp. It's a really nice one. Probably sell it on its own with maybe like a $2 or $3 starting bid. See where it goes. Here's a 28. Here we go. You can see some of that not lamination, that alloy, improper alloy mix. Looks really weird. These are what they call woodies, because it's kind of got that wood grain look to it. Now that back is really bad. This is another 20. Denver. $56. 57 Denver. And these are all pretty good coins that I'm showing right now. You can get someone that look just god awful. 41 San Francisco. A little better one. 57 Denver. I have thousands of wheat pennies, by the way, in case you're wondering, and we're not going to go through all of them. But there's a nice 41. You can see that ear detail and everything. That'd be a good one for a book, especially if somebody's like, I've seen people put together books that'll have the brown, the red brown, and the red colored coins in them, and they want the top grade of each of them. And that's a pretty nice one right there for a book. There's a 48. Again, in pretty nice shape. Anyway, so I got a few left here. A 34 Denver, 1919 Philly. No, San Francisco. Thought it was a Philly. Nope, San Francisco though. That's in rough shape. So anyway, yeah, just to give you an idea. Now those are kind of ones that I don't have all flipped up or anything, because as you've seen, they're not in the greatest of shape. Now we'll show you some that are in immaculate shape. 1957 Philly. What a gorgeous little penny. Here's a 52 S over S RPM. The person I bought it from says that they think it's a MS 65, so Mint State 65. RPM number 19. I'm not going to be able to show you the RPM because I don't have the right equipment for it right now. But this is one gorgeous coin. Absolutely beautiful. I could literally sit here and stare at a coin like this all day long. Let's see if we can zoom in on that thing a little more. You think we can see that mint mark? Ooh. It's getting grainy. I don't know. Tough to tell. Tough to tell. But what a beautiful coin. Let's see here. Here's another one. 55 Denver. RPM FS 503. So the mint mark is, there's two mint marks. It's one that way a little bit and one that way a little bit. But it looks like one in here because we can't, I don't know that I can zoom in far enough. Well, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. Here we go. I mean, I can make out that doubling. See that? See that on that D? How it's kind of doubled looking? That's what we're looking for. We're looking for that doubling right there. That's a repunched mint mark. That's what we're looking for when we're looking for repunched mint marks. Is things like that. And it's pretty obvious when you zoom in. You know, get yourself... You can get loops, these little cheap ones. I prefer this one. It's aluminum. It's nice. It's made in Germany. It's very intense. I mean, let's see here. You know, I prefer this one. I have a few of them like this. I like it. It's good and solid. It's a little bit more heavy and bulky than most of the people have for loops, but it allows me to really get up close and personal with coins and really see what's going on with them and whatnot. So, and I feel that's the best way for me, at least, to look at these coins. Now let's see, what do we got here? Here's a 57. You see this over here, this darkish area off to the side here? That's actually a fingerprint. It's another thing I should bring up. Pennies, even brand new ones, if you touch them with your fingers, no matter how clean they are, the oils will actually stick to the penny and etch it. Now, while some people don't care about that, some people really do. And to me, I mean, this is still a beautiful coin, but it does ruin the appearance of it somewhat. I mean, I'd rather have one that didn't have a fingerprint on, you know, etched into it. Like, I don't know, this 55 Denver. Another beautiful coin. And this one does not have that fingerprint etched into it. So a lot of people recommend you wear gloves. I don't, because I find that I can't hold the finger, or hold, you know, I can't move the coin around the way I like to. So I use the method of holding it from the edge, from the rim method. Just because usually the rim nobody sees or cares about. Even when it gets put in a holder, you don't see that rim. So that's the method I use. Use your own. If you don't like that method, well, that's your problem. I don't want to hear about it in the comments. Or maybe I do. I don't know. I'm a glutton. I'm a glutton for punishment. Let's see, what do we got in the box? Ooh, look at this thing. 47 San Francisco. You only get coloring like this, though, over time. It's not in good shape, but it's just got this appearance to it that you just can't deny. With the dark and stuff, you just can't deny that appearance. I don't know. Some people would maybe call me crazy. Alright, let's look at some more modern coins. Why don't we? Let's look at some more modern stuff. Here's a 1987 Philly. Look at all the detail. Normally something like this would be completely destroyed by here. You can even see Lincoln in the Lincoln Memorial right there in the middle. If you ever wondered, that's literally the Lincoln Memorial, and Lincoln is in there. This coin right here, in an MS mint state, like a 68 plus, red, is like a $100 to $150 coin. I sell these at $1 and go on Whatnot. So if you're looking for a deal, you got to come check me out. Check the link down below. Here's an 84 Denver. These are zinc, and they are beautiful. Uncirculated. I got a deal from a guy on a whole box of pennies that was just full of uncirculated stuff. We're thinking that, and they were all in, like, not like these kind of rolls, but they were all in bank rolls. So we're thinking it was a coin, somebody did a coin collection dump. Gorgeous. Gorgeous coin. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Here's a 61. So this is back in copper again. Copper bronze alloy, whatever you want to call it. These little black dots are carbon spotting. Happens over time. If it's stored correctly, you won't get that, but again, I pulled these out of a roll, so still a gorgeous coin though, right? Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see, what else do I got off to the side here? Like I said, these are all coins that I sell on Whatnot, and they're just sitting next to me anyway, so here's a 95 red, uncirculated. Cool thing about a 95 you got to look for is a double die obverse. Of course, this is the obverse. This is the reverse. Why they don't call it the front and the back is beyond me. So obverse. There's a double die obverse where all this stuff will be doubled. It's very obvious to the naked eye. It's worth a bit of money. This is an uncirculated though. 95 red. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, if I were to buy something like this, and maybe I should send it in for grading myself, but I can only grade so much stuff. I mean, it's quite expensive, but if I were to buy something like this from somebody, I'd definitely want to send it in for grading. Here's a 93. Those fields are just beautiful. No scratches, nothing. You can see those steps right there on the memorial. It's all the stuff you want to see. Here's a 81. So an 82 is when they switched between the copper and zinc. You can get both in 82. You can get copper and zinc in 82. And the only way to tell is by weight. Copper is going to be the 3.1 to 3.2 grams. Zinc is going to be 2.4, 2.5, right in that area. Just beautiful coins. Anyway, I think I've rambled long enough, taken up enough of everybody's time. This video probably gets 0 views anyway, being that it's, 30 minutes long of me just rambling. But I'm going to show a couple more. Anyway, here, look at the toning on this thing. 1959 Memorial Penny. This is the first year. 1959 Denver had a double repunch mint mark that you got to look for if you find a 59. Denver. But this is one beautiful coin too. First year. There's also a mule, and what a mule is when it's punched with, like, for instance, there's a mule from 59 that would be punched with Lincoln on this side, but instead of the memorial on this side, it would have the wheat penny reverse. And that's called a mule. And that is money. So, that's a beautiful one there. 62 Denver. Lots of things with 62 Denver. You can get a repunch mint mark. You can get a double die obverse. There's lots of different things you can get with a 62 Denver. And there's many different styles of repunching on them and stuff. Here's a red-brown 66. Still a beautiful coin. Absolutely. So if you're looking for something for your book or whatever you're working on, and you want some nice red colored coins for it, you got to come check out my Whatnot on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. Central Time, and that's where I sell these. Just beautiful coins, and I buck and go. Start them at a buck, and wherever they end up, that's where they end up. Whoever bids the highest, that's who gets them. And I have a 5-star rating. I ship out the next day, or if it's the Sunday show, it'll be Monday, whatever. But yep, ship them out as soon as I can. So look at this thing. Holy heck. 89 red. Uncirculated, Philly. I haven't seen a penny like that since, well, probably since '89. Here's another 59. And you see, I keep saying Philly. So no mint mark on there is a Philadelphia. In 2017, they put mint marks back on them with the P. If it was Denver or San Francisco, it would have a mint mark. So just some little bit of history there. Like I say, I'm just reaching over next to me here and pulling out. I got just tons and tons and tons of these coins. Got a bunch of Wheaties. Got a 1975 here. It's got just this weird gold toning going on with it. Beautiful coin. Another 59. Amazing. There's a 68 Denver. Let's see. What else? Another 68 Denver. Dog hair. We got a bunch of wheat pennies. A 94 Denver uncirculated. What a beautiful penny. Pennies are the #1 collected item, too, for numismatics. And I don't collect a lot of pennies, actually, myself. Well, even though you're seeing a ton of pennies here, I collect a lot of other older, rare coins, but there's something about just looking at a penny like this and seeing that flash of copper and everything and that detail in there and just thinking, wow, that's just beautiful. It's a piece of art. Anyway, I think that's enough for today. I probably rambled long enough. There's probably nobody watching at this point anyway. So, oh, here's something I can show you. Here's a faulty planchet from '93. Right here, you see how it's like crumbling away? This planchet's slowly deteriorating. It's a faulty planchet. So basically, they didn't get the mixture quite right, or the annealing quite right, and it's just deteriorating. This has been in my collection for a while. It's in rough shape, but it's very interesting. So that's all I got for you. It's been almost 40 minutes of me rambling here. Plus, I did a show before this. There was another 30 minutes. My throat hurts. I'm done. Done talking. Please comment, subscribe, like the video, hate the video. I don't care what you do. Honestly, it's going to help me either way if you like it or hate it. Either way, the algorithm loves it. Come check me out on Whatnot. Check out that link below. If you think you want to go on Whatnot and just check things out, you know what? Look at that link down below. Click that link, and it'll take you in there. You can sign up. Once you'll get $10 for your first purchase on Whatnot. So, I mean, you could literally come into my show and buy something for free. So, I mean, how good is that? You can actually come and check things out, see some of the different streamers and stuff. There's some amazing people there on Whatnot. Amazing people. I got some great friends on there. I've made some great friends, people who I'll consider friends for life. Just amazing people on there, with some with more knowledge, some that, you know, we share knowledge, we tell each other stuff. If somebody doesn't quite know something, they'll ask somebody else, if they don't know it, we'll find that answer somewhere. Somebody will find that answer somewhere. So, and in anything you're looking for, coins, currency, pretty much anything you're looking for, you're going to find on Whatnot anyway. It's a great group of people, great streamers. Come check us out. Click that link below. Sign up. Come into my show. Say hi. Say you came from YouTube, you know, and I'll definitely call you out, you know. Thank you for that. Shout out your name if you got a YouTube channel too, just starting out or whatever. Come talk to me in my Whatnot stream and let me know, and I can shout out your YouTube channel for you. I'm not a big streamer, as you can see, but I'll shout it out in my group, in my stream, which is, you know, I think I'm at 1,600 followers so far. And growing every single day. Every day my stream grows more and more. I hope to be at 5,000 followers in the next, you know, month here. So, and as my stream grows, I think my YouTube following will also grow, because I shout out this channel all the time. Anyway, I'm Temple Crazed on Whatnot and on YouTube. It's also templecrazed at Gmail if you want to reach out there. I'll talk to you later. Have a great weekend. Have a great night. Have a great summer, whatever's left of it. Tell somebody that you care about them. You know, turn the other cheek, all that stuff. We just need to make this world better. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.